want to share with you an aspect of the collective awakening that I'm seeing right now through my clients, my friends, my family, and myself, and specifically through our dreams. I don't know if you know this. Of course, our dreams are personal, and of course, they will carry very specific messages for ourselves. But what a lot of people don't know is that they also bring insights into the collective. There is such a thing as the collective unconscious. Carl Jung was the first to name it. There is the personal unconscious. There is the things that are repressed, our ancestral traumas, our childhood traumas for that matter, too, our deepest desires that have not yet come to our awareness, and so on in individual stuff. But there is also the collective. And so I would have dreams, or my clients would have dreams, and I'm starting to have a sense of a theme. And I would love to share this theme with you because I want you to reflect on your own life and your own dreams if you have them, or see if they arise as a result of watching this. So, what I'm seeing is that the sacred masculine is being born right now. We are emerging out of an entire epoch of patriarchy. And I know we still have it. I know we're still in it. I know we're still seeing it very much so in our 3D life. But our dreams will often be showing us what is happening at deeper levels. And I'm seeing dream after dream after dream. And again, not just mine. Otherwise, it would just be me with my sacred masculine awakening. I am seeing that, but I'm also seeing it in my clients, in my family, and my friends, whoever shares their dreams. Here's how you recognize it. You will have a dream where there is a helpful masculine figure, not necessarily helpful to you directly in the dream. Everything in the dream is you anyway, but in the story of the dream, you may be seeing a man helping someone else, or a man leading a group, or something like that. He may also be helping you in some way, so that's a possibility. Another theme that indicates the birth of the sacred masculine in dreams is the presence of a newborn baby boy. Sometimes other species, right? Sometimes animal, but you know in the dream that it's a male. And a lot of people are dreaming of newborn baby boys. I've been seeing this for the last, I'm going to say 6 months or so. I'm pretty sure I mentioned in a past video where I had the dream where this baby Buddha was born, a male, and I was to adopt him. And I was being told, don't make his suffering any less. Care for him, love him, help him grow, but don't try to make a pampered life for him. And it was teaching me for myself about the fact that the sacred masculine must come online, and that our struggles are our teachers. We can't make them go away. If we try to make them go away, we rob ourselves of the opportunity to really learn. That was just me. That was one of my dreams. And I've had lots of different other ones where there would be a newborn baby boy. I also am just realizing as I'm speaking that I had a dream where I saw my grandfather, who has passed now in 1999, so 3 decades ago, but he was in this dream and he was dying. And I didn't make the connection until just now talking about it here in this video. But there were other messages in the dream. My grandmother was there too. She's been around me a lot. But I'm making the connection now that part of why I had this dream was to show me that the patriarchy was dying. My grandfather was not a very authoritative man, but he was definitely of that generation. He was born in 1933. And so the old patriarchy is dying. So that's an added theme for you. Maybe someone who's watching this will relate to the dying part more so than the rebirth, but both are present. And don't forget, you're seeing all of the chaos, and the chaos is uprising. That's the fire that is burning away the old. Don't mistake the uprising for things getting worse, as in we are in the decline. We are not. We are not in the decline. And if we were, our dreams would be so different right now. Not just my dreams, again, but our collective dreams. There would be a lot more chaos. There would be a lot more defeat and profound loss. And you may be having that in dreams, but across the board, it's not what I'm seeing. And I'm taking an amazing class right now with Kelly Sullivan Walden, a little plug. She wrote this book called Dreamifesting, and that's the name of the course. And we get to share our dreams every week. And this is what actually prompted me to create this video because someone else shared a dream about a newborn baby boy who was very wise and very connected to the earth and growing really quickly, right? Went from an infant to walking around and talking and sharing wisdom even as an infant. So this is happening and it's very exciting to me. And for as much bad news as we're seeing right now, I really wanted to share that something really, really precious and poignant and powerful is being born right now. And we don't need to neglect the 3D events, but we also need to not miss out on the 5D, on the ascension events that are happening that are less visible. The 5D is not about the 3D, right? I mean, by definition, it's not about what we can necessarily see with our eyes right now. It's what we can feel. And our dreams are such an amazing medium because we do get some images and we get feelings and we get sense impressions, and they tell us so much about the awakening, the process. What is awakening? What aspects are awakening? Someone in the class mentioned that when I mentioned the sacred masculine being born, they were saying how the sacred feminine came online in 2006 or 2008, and I was not aware of that. I was just in the beginning stages of starting to learn dreamwork, so I can't really comment on that. But I believe it. I feel it. And I do feel that the sacred feminine had to come online first and kind of reactivate, rewild, right? Sabrina Lynn of rewilding, right? Rewild our sacred feminine, our receptive, our empathic selves, our connected selves, the connection to the earth, our hearts, the love that we feel for each other, the intimacy, the connection that had to come online first because the patriarchy had oppressed the feminine so much that that had to awaken first. And now that the sacred feminine is much more awakened, now the sacred masculine is coming online, and I find that so exciting. I've had, like I said, a number of dreams myself. I just sat with several dreams this week from clients where there would be a sacred masculine figure. And I will say again, it does not look like a Buddha in your dreams. It does not need to be a guy in robes. It does not need to be God or Jesus in dreams. It can be, but 99.9% of the time, it's not. It's very often a human. Sometimes it's an actor, sometimes it's a family member, sometimes it's just a man on the street or on the subway. It can be a clerk. It doesn't have to be anyone quote unquote special, right? What matters is that it's a helpful masculine figure, whether actually guiding in some way, like physically taking you somewhere, supportive, holding your hand through something, spiritually or psychologically guiding you. It could be your therapist that you're dreaming of if it's a male. It can be any kind of male. It can even be your husband, right? Or your boyfriend. As long as it has that energy of being supportive, this archetype of the helpful guide that is in masculine form. So let me know. Are you seeing this in your dreams? Has this video helped you recognize some figures in your dreams as actually being indicators of the birth of the sacred masculine within yourself? And then are you relating to the collective awakening of this energy? Let me know in the comments. I would love, love, love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.